FIFA is very proud to have installed the idea of fair play, which then has been copied by different other international federations and sports. Therefore, during the World Cup 1998 in France, the game was at its best, and we are very proud to say that fair play was deserved by players and by spectators.
The opening ceremony of the World Cup was a demonstration of the French love of symbolism. The reality which followed brought touches of originality, smiles from the successful, and defiance from the disappointed. Elation came in many guises, as each of the 32 nations contributed in their own way to the passion which united them. A love of the game of football. The penalty competition, a jangle of nerves, a cocktail of emotion. The quarter-final, France against Italy. Zinedine Zidane, France's most vaunted star. He leads by example. Roberto Baggio, who'd missed the last kick of the final of USA '94, matches him. The agony of failure, the fear of defeat. Vicente Lizarazu. Albertini, feeling shared. Relief at hand. Trezeguet, successful. No need for Costa Curta to hide. A moment of cheek from Thierry Henry, so nearly saved. Advice from the captain about Christian Vieri, but the shot is high enough. 3-3, and the last round. Laurent Blanc for France. 4-3. Luigi Di Biagio. For him, no reprieve. It's all over. Goalkeepers can only be heroes. Like Carlos Roa of Argentina. England despair. for Argentina. The madness of delight. The coach, Daniel Passarella, who 20 years earlier had known what it was like to captain a team to victory in the final. Moments to separate the boys from the young men with tears. Claudio Taffarel was Brazil's saviour in the semi-final against Holland, just as he'd been against Italy in the final last time around. But he and Dunga, his captain, would go on to lose in the final this time. Only France, of the penalty winners, won their next match. Perhaps the tearful Mario Zagallo knew. As for the fans, they were all winners. Brazil's performance was ultimately a huge and unexplained anticlimax. But their players gave us moments of innate skill to which others can only aspire. Failure seems a strange word, judged against incidents like these. But Brazil expected to win, and they lost to Norway, should have been beaten by Holland, and lost in the final for the first time. The opening match with Scotland, a dummy of Pelé proportions. But Ronaldo, if sometimes leaving opponents and spectators in awe, was left waiting to fulfill his destiny. Rivaldo won many admirers. Roberto Carlos increased his, though without scoring. But unlike the French, they were not always singing the same tune. At times, the tone was a little lacking, but determination was captured in many images. There was the lighter side, and the darker side. The inspired, the apparently anonymous, and the gymnastic. Goalkeeping skills reach new heights, courtesy of Paraguay's José Luis Gilabert. And the more conventional, too, had their say. They counted their losses and broke a few hearts. Sometimes there was nothing more to be done, and sometimes nowhere to hide. The worst blunder committed by the most experienced, Andoni Zubizarreta, taking part in his 4th World Cup. Unbalanced. no chance. Spectacular. Unconventional. And not deceived. Different physiques. Same demands. Always alert. Unable to smile when the deflection left you for dead. But so involved. So involved. And there was competition for the Paraguayan in the desire to contribute as an outfield player. But no one quite matched Chilavert, the goalkeeper captain. The date, Sunday, June the 28th. The venue, the Félix Bollard Stadium in Lens, home of the new French champions and the most northerly post of France '98. Extra time is needed. There's no score in the second round meeting of France and Paraguay. Just over 7 minutes remain and World Cup history is about to be made. The first golden goal, scored for France by Laurent Blanc. The almost unbearable tension is finally broken. A goal fashioned by three men destined not to play in the final: Pires, Trezeguet and the scorer, Blanc. Contrasting emotions laced with leadership and sportsmanship. The Paraguayans, given a standing ovation by the French crowd, were left with their memories. Benitez's goal, which restored their lead against Nigeria, was the best of them. Their three in that match were their only goals after two scoreless draws. But they had defended well and with vigour. And in the authoritative figure of Chilavert had one of, if not the personality of the championship. That result changed the party mood, which has suddenly embraced the Spanish, whose 6 goals against Bulgaria was the highest tally of France '98. The 5th by Kiko, claiming the award for the most bizarre. But defeated by Nigeria and held by Paraguay, Spain failed to recover from the error of their goalkeeper, Zubizarreta, against the Africans, which wrote a sad end to a distinguished career. And once more they left the scene as underachievers. Morocco also knew the feeling of being winning losers. Their French coach, Henri Michel, had seen his team draw with Norway on the opening day and then lose their nerve against Brazil. Now victory would come against Scotland. Hadder's goal, Morocco's second at the start of the second half, giving the Scots that familiar sinking feeling of failing to escape the first round. As the final whistle blew, the Moroccan players celebrated their achievement, believing they were through. But their coach already knew that it was the end of their road too. Delight gave way to despair in St Etienne as the news reached his players. Joy was in Marseille for Norway's coach Egil Olsen. His team had scored twice in the last 7 minutes to beat Brazil. The referee, Esfandia Bahamast of the United States, saw Juni Baiano's challenge on Torre Andre Flo as a foul. Ketil Rekdal seized the chance for a rather more famous victory than the one achieved in the friendly against Brazil earlier in the year. For Cameroon, there was little to smile about. 1 defeat, 2 draws. Against Chile in the decisive third match, there could be no complaint about the quality of Sierra's free kick for the South Americans. But Claude Loire's team had a man sent off before Patrick Mboma's equaliser, and a second would leave before the end. Then Oman Baik scored what they all thought was the winning goal, but it was disallowed, leaving Nigeria as the only one of Africa's 5 contenders to reach the second stage. The referees were given strict instructions about their responsibilities, and then before half-time they were taken to task by the governing body for being too lenient. For the first time, players and watchers were informed about stoppage time, the referee liaising with the fourth official. The tackle from behind which took the man was outlawed. Ha Suk-ju of South Korea seemed not to appreciate the fact. The use of the arm, as in wrestling and shirt pulling, though, too often went unpunished. And too many players got away with blatant acting, but there were exceptions. England's David Beckham was among 22 to be shown the red card. The aggression of Simeone, Argentina's captain, was not noted. Beckham's stupid petulance was. Zinedine Zidane, France's most creative player, went too, for raking Fouad Amin of Saudi Arabia. But Holland's Dennis Bergkamp got away with walking on Sinisa Mihailovic of Yugoslavia. So did Sheba of Morocco, who nearly brought Ronaldo's first World Cup to a very early conclusion. But chivalry existed in many places, and FIFA's fair play flag rallied many to its cause of friendship. And Frenchman Manu Petit proved that a little action can go a long way in the restoration of sportsmanship. There were moves confirming that football is a team game, that accurate passing and good movement is what it's all about. Sometimes the build-up had a spectacular conclusion. Turning defence into attack, French style. There were patterns made in Holland. and Chilean support play. Magic out of Africa, from Nigeria. And more from Chile. But the skill of the individual so often defied description and belief. Japan co-hosts next time with South Korea in 2002, were one of 4 teams for whom France '98 was the first experience of World Cup finals. One of 3 new countries in Group H. At times, they seemed a little naive. At others, they were more than capable of holding their own. They lost by only a single goal to the group qualifiers, Argentina and Croatia, but scored only once themselves. 30-year-old Masashi Nakayama, a regular marksman at home in the J-League, claiming a place in Japanese football history. But they lost 2-1 to Jamaica. The Reggae boys and girls had their moments. Robbie Earle of Wimbledon scoring a fine goal in a 3-1 loss to Croatia. And a side of varying standard, blended by Portuguese coach René Simoes, did well to recover from a 5-0 defeat by Argentina to win the outsiders contest. Theodore Whitmore, who plays at home in Jamaica, making a name for himself abroad with both goals. South Africa provided the first opposition for France and did well to come back from that defeat to draw with Denmark and keep qualifying hopes alive. Benedict McCarthy confirmed the compliments he'd received as player of the African Nations Cup tournament. But the goal, well worked through the heart of the Danish defence, proved the high point. They only just managed to draw with Saudi Arabia. For Croatia, France '98 was a remarkable triumph for a football nation just 8 years old. Qualifying second, behind Argentina, they went on to beat the Germans in the quarter-final in Lyon. At the Stade de France, they stopped the host nation's collective heart when Davor Šuker scored his 5th goal of the competition, a minute into the second half. Croatia lost 2-1, but Šuker's third-place match beat Holland by the same score. Giving a sharp but talented side the bronze medals. And the Real Madrid striker won the Golden Boot award as the top marksman. The borrowed gendarme's hat proved a good talisman for the coach, Miroslav Blažević. Others put their faith in their god or in material superstition. a match apart and played on the day designated by FIFA as Fair Play Day. Americans and Iranians sharing a foreign field, captured by the world, standing to each other's national anthems. The hand of friendship was offered and accepted. The smiles genuine.
Good luck. Thank you.
The Middle Eastern gifts overwhelming.
Thank you. Yeah. And finishing. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Photo.
The Iranians proved the better footballers, taking the lead through Estili 5 minutes before half-time. The American defence was undermanned, and the header could not have been better placed. Then, as desperation drove them ever forward, the United States had but one player in their own half, as Mardavikia was sent on his way to secure the victory. Never was a custodian of his own country left so unprotected. Briefly an archetype All-American college boy, Brian McBride, threatened the outcome. An arbitration was called upon. But as politicians love to say, it was too little and too late. Iran rejoiced. America pretended not to notice. McBride could reflect on the moment when the gods were against him at the start. As indeed could Claudio Reyna. There were many such moments in the 64-match schedule. Most simply added to the drama. But some might just have rewritten a chapter and maybe changed the plot. final was curiously both mystifying and satisfying. Brazil were rarely in it. France were excellent, with Zidane the hero. The late third goal was the perfect coup de grace. The last of the 171 goals scored in the championship, in which there were many contenders to be the best. Hadji for Morocco against Norway. Thuram, France against Croatia. Zanetti's equaliser for Argentina against England. By a distance, the best worked free kick of the championship. Zenden's equaliser for Holland in the third place match with Croatia. Piercing drive by Darren Anderton for England against Colombia. Pierre Nyanka giving Cameroon their first, and without question, their best memory. Olise Sunday's winner against Spain for Nigeria, though the promise would again remain unfulfilled. Michael Owen, the goal which sent England into ecstasy and Owen to stardom. And Dennis Bergkamp's last gasp winner against Argentina for Holland. Turning Frank de Boer's vision into a dream of glory. The brightest shafts of light in a maze of colour. Win for Fernand Sastry, said the sign, the co-chairman of the organising committee, who died just as the finals began. The request was complied with, and the hug for the captain Didier Deschamps from Michel Platini, the other co-chairman, had extra warmth because of it. France had climbed to the pinnacle of world football, the 7th country to succeed. The first host to win for 20 years. All for one, one for all. A triumph for many. Not least for their coach, Aimé Jacquet.